Let's tell you about Palace. Rolling straight to the ceiling, crowns and crystals, top like journeys, dishing out malice. Hold up, South London's grandest, far from bandits. Anything earned for a goal of elevation, just passing the team over here. Might finish out bright future, we can't vanish. It's E25 any day, that's sellers. Rev up the engines, no more reverse reactions. Thank and fans on stream. Share up the team, support the dream team when eagles fly, make noise and scheme. Dare to dream or dream to dare, taking a step to become supreme.
Yes, guys, welcome back to another episode of Tactical. This is Brighton at home.
Oh, you cut out big time then. His internet is gone. His internet's gone already. Sorry, that I didn't mean to do that. Oh, there he is. He's back. Look, he's come crawling back.
Yes, guys, welcome back to Eagle Eyed Football. I don't know how much I said.
You literally went welcome to Tact, and then you were gone. You came back for a second, and then
I went on a whole spiel of it's Tactical. No, I'm joking. It's a preview, but it's just me and Dan, so it's a Tactical And long story short, I said a lot.
Tact preview.
Not a lot came through.
Tact
preview.
Well, I mean, I haven't watched any of their games, so I don't know. I haven't actually really watched any of their games.
No,
to be honest,
I've heard probably only about one or two things from those guys this season, and the first thing is that they said that they're a little bit afraid of playing us, which I'm not happy with, and the other one is that Belieber's better than Caicedo, and both of them are nonsense. So let's try and do a preview before anyone says yes. I have a trim. Yes, I'm not going into the army. Yes, I did ask for it this way.
That's literally what I said behind. It's like, did you ask for it that short?
Ease of use is what I would say.
Ease of use.
Ease
of use of what?
From washing my hair goes from like a 10-minute job to like a 2-second job now.
It take you 10 minutes to wash your hair?
Yes.
Am I just showing myself up here?
You're minging, lad.
Not 10 minutes. Like 10 minutes. Like you put the shampoo in, leave it in there.
Yeah, you leave it there.
Yeah, leave it in there for a few minutes. Do some other bits. Wash it off, put the conditioner in, leave that there for a few minutes. I suppose, yeah, 10 minutes.
Yeah, it's about 10 minutes, Dan. So you go.
Yeah, I suppose so.
All right, cool. Yeah. Let's wash it out now.
Yeah, fair enough. That is a fair point.
Yeah, and now there's no need to condition it. Like, there's no need for it. Anyway, big up people. Big up Damo. Big up Pat. So, am I looking at the human pencil and Dan? Clearly, they've blunted off the top, but it is what it is. Rick and Dan, and appreciate it, but I'm still to go even with a new trim.
So I'll change your name, JC. That's what the reference was for. You came back as Rich.
Anyway.
Oh. The challenger approaches.
The chairman. Chairman, how's it going?
Yeah, not too bad. Yeah, a busy old day today, isn't it? But yeah, all good. We're looking forward to tomorrow.
Mm-hmm. Well, let's. Can you hear an echo by any chance? Is that why I use?
No.
Okay. Yeah, that's.
Sorry to butt in for a second. Chairman, are they all Lego figures behind there?
Well, they're not mine, but they are Lego figures. Yeah.
Oh, I'll say they're very cool.
He's about to say, yeah, they are mine actually.
Actually.
Do you know what I have forgot though, don't I? Hang on a sec.
Oh gosh, you know what's coming.
Oh.
There it is.
There it is.
All right. 5 minutes in, we haven't said anything about the game yet.
Well, you know what? I think that's a fair thing, because I feel like no. Go on. I'll ask the question, JC.
No. You was about to go on one of your rambles, so go on then.
No, because I feel like I feel like the first question was going to be something like, how are we feeling about this game, right? I genuinely feel. I mean, don't get me wrong. Obviously, I want to win tomorrow. I want to batter them. Like I want them. I want all their fans to have a terrible time. I want them to go home absolutely. I'm trying really hard not to swear here.
Pre-watershed.
Yeah. I want them to go home absolutely miserable, and I want Rafa to get Hertz's face and just go like that, just in his armpit. And I think, but the strange thing is, I feel like I'm not saying I don't care about the game. I absolutely care about the game. But I feel like there's a lot less jeopardy in this one. Well, maybe not jeopardy is the wrong word, but I feel like the magnitude of the game is maybe not as high as it maybe has been in past seasons.
I don't know what happened there.
Yeah, we did.
I think we all got booted
Sorry,
out.
guys, there's a madness going on.
Yeah, we blame Nate for the ones. How's it going?
All good. All good.
Dan, do you think that you feel that way because of what happened last year? That we're just so far clear of them now?
I mean, in that respect, yeah, we are. I mean, we are clear because we won a trophy, and as far as I'm aware, they've never won a major trophy. I mean, they've won a trophy that we say we've also won, and we kind of pretend it's a trophy just for the banter. Yeah, I mean, I think it is last season. I think the fact we won the FA Cup, also as well. I just think the fact that we're in Europe, and realistically, I think if you ask 99.9% of Palace fans, if you said at the beginning of the season, well, maybe not the beginning of the season, but when we knew we were in the Conference League, would you be happy with saying finishing 17th by on goal difference? And winning the Conference League? I think 99.9% of people would say yes. And so because of that, I kind of feel like the league is maybe a priority less this season than it has been in the past.
Yeah. Nate, what do you feel like? Do you feel like the rivalry is still there, or it's taken a backseat because we're in Europe, like what Dan said?
It's still there, but I don't like the fact that they're not confident, because they've been so confident over the last, let's say, 4 or 5 years, and now all of a sudden they're like literally dreading playing us, which is completely alien to us, because we've had Hodgson ball, Vieira ball, and so many other bad eras that it was kind of enjoyable, being the underdog, because they thought they were so clear, and then the FA Cup happened, and now they can't talk to us. I mean, let's be fair. What have they done that we haven't? Oh, you played in Europa League, you didn't win it. People only care if you win a trophy, and they've never done that. So, but look, tomorrow it's one of those annoying fixtures where the rivalry is important, and it always will be. But until they win something either equally or of greater importance than us winning the FA Cup, they're just firmly in our shadow now. Like, it's not even a debate anymore. That's what I would say.
Chairman, how do you see the game going? Do you think that it will still be a feisty game for the players and at the stadium, or not really?
No, not really. No, I think the player that Brighton had that still had that passion about the derby was Lewis Dunk, and he's very in and out now. So, and the two managers, obviously they haven't got that much connection with the rivalry at all. But obviously off the field, undoubtedly, and that it's going to be a nightmare walking to the ground again with the police closures everywhere. But I honestly believe that if we keep hold the striker down, the old Man United Arsenal striker, I can't remember his name. Yes, it will be quiet. I think we'll have a great chance. And in fact, we've won now 3. Is it 3 on the trot, 4 on the trot? I think momentum is with us. Obviously, Walton and Kamada come straight back into the team on Saturday. We look a whole lot stronger than we did against on Thursday night against Alkmaar. I don't like being confident, but I'm quietly confident. I think we'll do well.
I mean, even going back to what you said about the managers not really, maybe not even delving into the rivalry too much. I'm sure that when we first got Glasner, I think it was at the end of last season where Hertzer basically said he had posters of Glasner on his wall.
Exactly.
Or something along those lines, didn't they?
Yeah, he did admire him, and he admired him as a coach. And then I don't think the Brighton fans were too happy about that, were they? But it just shows that they admire each other, but the rivalry, it's not there for them. It's obviously.
Yeah. I mean, I was just had a quick look through some of their injuries, let's say. But Matoma is back for our game. Veltman is back for our game. But the likes of Hinselwood, who's been probably the main forward in our sides for playing them the last few games, he's injured. Milner's injured. Gerda's injured. Solly March and Webster are injured. Dan, do you think that affects our game at all tomorrow, or not really?
Yeah, of course. I mean, I think even though Matoma's back tomorrow, where will he start? I don't know. I don't know how match fit he is. I mean, you know, any team having injuries is an impact in some way. Even like for us, like with our long term injuries and not having Shekhar Kore and Riyadh, like, you know, ultimately that does impact you. But then when you got their players who are as important to them, because obviously Hinshaw maybe not necessarily like the first name on the team sheet, but you know, he's getting into first 11s quite a lot. Like I say, hopefully, you know, Mitoma's probably on paper their best, or certainly one of their top two players. And if he's at the very least not match fit, then that's only going to work into our favour. And then, you know, I think the managers, they tend to, you know, a lot of their system is based on who the strongest players are in those positions. And if you've got a player with, you know, of the caliber of someone like Mitoma, they're going to have to shift things around a little bit, and then you never know, it could throw things off balance.
Mm-hmm. And when he first came in, Hertzler, he tried to implement that very high flowing attacking style of football, but it seemed to work against the lower opposition, but never really seemed to work against higher opposition that are a bit more, you know, structured. And he sort of adjusted his formation to add more people centrally, but it slowed down their attack, let's say. But I think by doing that, he's actually made them into quite a solid team so far this year. Like, they've got some good wins. Let me find them. I'm sure that they beat they beat Leeds last week. They beat they beat Leeds last week. Beat Newcastle as well, and they beat Chelsea. So they are quite good.
Yeah.
But you also look at it and say, well, they did concede 4 to Man United. They did give Wolves one of their only 2 points so far this year.
Yeah.
So there's definitely holes in that back line. Chairman, looking at their team, as you said, Dunk hasn't been playing much, but he's actually started the last 3 games. Does that give you confidence?
Yeah, it does. I mean, the way when we went down there last year, the way Sarr tore him a new one. I mean, he just hasn't got the pace anymore. And to be fair, he's always been a good defender. He's a good player. Can't knock it. But once your legs have gone, and then, you know, a guy doesn't have to use skill, does he? Just plays it around you. But what I would say is that looking at that stat about we've got the second worst ball percentage retention, haven't we? Yet the best XG. I think Brighton having the ball, thinking they're going to do 60% possession, it's not going to mean anything, is it? Because we know that when we do go forward, we always seem to get a shot on goal, and that's. I'm not saying we're going to put it in because I think you said it before. We're so underscoring our XG at the moment. But no, I'm quietly confident. I know that Dunk will play. He doesn't bother me. He's slow, and I'm pretty sure Mateta would body him off the ball anyway now. So, but as I said, look what happened when we went there last year, didn't we? And then once we got our noses in front, we didn't look back really. We missed more chances before they scored, didn't we? All because of like balls bouncing. Was it Sarr's second goal, third goal?
Yeah,
he just headed it past.
Nketiah flicked it on. Yeah. I think he went shoulder to shoulder with Dunk. he got his head to the ball first and just ran away from him, really, didn't he?
Yeah, and within what, half a second, he was 5 yards in front of him, wasn't he?
Mm-hmm.
And so there's no way he's keeping up with Saar. No way.
No, not at
Absolutely.
all. And I mean, also, we got to back our manager as well, because at their place, I think from kickoff, Glasner set our team up to literally stop exactly what they're doing and find holes in it. Because I'm sure that I think there was a cross. I think we scored both of our goals two of our goals really early, didn't we? I think we should have had another one from a corner. I think literally the next corner that came in, I think Chalobah scored it, if I remember correctly, and we scored another one from Mitchell's cross not too far after that as well.
That's right. Saar as well, wasn't it?
Yeah, and then also going off of I think David Ornstein did an interview with Adam Wharton. I don't know if you guys have watched it, but it got released, and some quotes of it got released. I haven't actually seen the video, but some of the quotes were Wharton were basically saying all of us trust Glasner so much because even against the top teams like Arsenal, City, and Liverpool, he always comes up with a way to solve their problem.
Mm-hmm.
And to be fair, we've seen that firsthand. We've seen him do that against Liverpool this season. We've seen him beat Manchester City. We've seen him lose 4-2 to Man City literally 2 weeks before the final and then be able to turn them over. I don't think Glasner's got any problems at all with dismantling Hertzler and what he would do or potentially change to hope for him to make his team win. I reckon Glasner's got the answer for all of his stuff already, and I reckon that they do struggle with set plays. I reckon that he's looking at set plays. He's looking at running in behind with their slow centre backs.
Yeah, and obviously Brighton, they love a press. They love a counter press. I'm sure we can figure a way down. And the combination of Lewis Dunk and a high line against Ismail Assar, like you were saying earlier. I'm sure Glasser can engineer a way that can happen more than once.
Yeah.
Definitely. I mean, 100%. I hope. Obviously, we're not going to see it firsthand, but going back to last year, the two things that stuck out for me was Glasner's tactics, which nullified Brighton to really, one was an own goal, wasn't it? They didn't score it. It was a ricochet. And every time we scored, watching Dan run down the stairs to give it to the Brighton fans. That's the best part of that game.
Yeah, unfortunately, Dan's standing downstairs, and I think he's a bit too far away from the Brighton fans to run over to him in this game.
Yeah, other side of the pitch.
Exactly, shame.
Yeah. You never know, Dan. if you had a good run across the pitch, I'm sure you could get there. Or remember that steward that Polak's that guy in the Newcastle game.
Oh yeah.
Did you remember that, Dan? It's like a good 7-8 years ago. I think a drunk guy tried to go on the pitch, and one of the stewards absolutely flattened him. And I'm sure that there was Swedish punditry, and they analyzed the takedown from the steward. It was hilarious. Chairman,
well,
all of their right backs are injured, and they're having to play Max Pfeiffer there. Do you think that this could be another opportunity for Jeremy Pino to get on the score sheet or have a good game today?
Well, hopefully. I mean,
I'm just going to close the door real quick. One sec.
We've been saying, haven't we, that he's not playing badly, Pino. It's just that final ball. It's the execution of the final ball. I think if someone goes up against him physically, I think he'll struggle personally. But if he gets enough space, or they give him the space to actually pick a pass out, then very possible, very possible. It's just a matter of getting him into positions. I think actually, I think the danger will probably come from. Probably Saar, but I think probably Kamada could be the one because they do give you a lot of space, and he is pretty decent at picking the ball out, isn't he? But there's no reason why. If he's going up against a third choice right back, then why not, isn't it? I don't know much about him. In fact, if I'm being brutally honest, never even heard of him. But if he's a weak link, we've got to exploit it, haven't we?
Yeah, definitely. And like you said, with them playing or their actual formation is basically a big circle, just leaving us all of the space in the midfield. Having Wharton and Kamada coming straight into that starting 11 after having pretty much a whole week rest for both of them and only getting a little bit of minutes in the legs in Europe, I think that could be definitely two people that go straight back into the starting 11. Do you agree with that, Dan?
Oh yeah. I mean, to be fair, I think whoever we were playing, I think Kamada and Wharton are currently the top two guys. So I think so. And like I was saying earlier about their press and their counter press, you're going to need two players who are able to technically get out of that. I think, like you look at sort like, and I think they're probably the most two technical players we got. Obviously, Wharton, we know he can get out of anything. Kamada, also very very techy. Hughes is also a very good option off the bench. Lerma, obviously less techy, but physically very very good. Coming up against, I think they normally play Belabor and Ayari, don't they?
Yeah.
You know what? I think they're not mad physical. I feel like their midfield also depends on whether Belabor can be bothered to turn up or not. Because he seems to have had a very inconsistent season this season from the guys I follow on Twitter. And physically, I think Wharton and Kamada can match up to them anyway. So it's just about getting out of those tight spaces and then trying to hit them, on transition. And then that transition is that kind of marries up to what we were saying a second ago with Pino and Vifa. Like if we manage to catch them out in the transition, Vifa inverts into the middle. So if you manage to win it in the right place,
Pino get loads of space.
Yeah, you got loads of space on that left-hand side, theoretically. So
let's go and do a combined 11. So this is probably the one time where we're going to have to put in 3 Brighton players, even though we do not want to.
We don't have to.
We have to, because if not, then we're just picking our starting 11. What do we think we should do for formation-wise? We'll sort of all go try and give our piece on this. Should we do our formation 3-4-3? They play 4-2-3-1.
Okay, we play 3 centre halves, don't we?
Let's do our formation, and then maybe we can kind of say if we can adapt it as we go. Yeah. Because I think ultimately if we do ours, that'll be a good base. And to be fair, if you're doing change to theirs, it may be slightly different.
All right, so I'll go first with a nice and easy one. We'll go Henderson in goal.
Yeah.
Dan, what are we going? Left centre back.
Left centre back. Oh, it's got to be Mark Gay. He's one of the best centre backs in the league at the moment.
Mm-hmm. Chairman, who are we putting in the middle?
Well, I mean, Max is brilliant, isn't he? He's absolutely brilliant. He's got his first goal of the week. He's solid. He regularly puts in 7 out of 10 performances. He's comfortably top 10 best centre backs in the Premiership, probably.
Mm-hmm. So here is probably where I'll put in the first Brighton player if I was going to do it that way.
Yeah,
it'll probably be Van Dijk. Even though I do believe that Richards is better, I think just to get that 3 for 3, I think that he's probably the only. I think he is a good centre back. Don't get me wrong, but I do believe that Chris Richards is better. But I think in this formation, that'll probably be the first place to go. Dan, we'll go left wing back for you.
Are we doing how? What are we saying about like injuries and that?
Injuries don't matter.
Injuries don't matter.
Yeah, so like we could put Decore in if we really wanted to.
Because I'm kind of tempted to go a bit rogue and put Mitoma there.
A left wing back.
Yeah.
He's not had a great season, though, Mitoma, is he?
No. Because I mean,
he good enough defensively?
Oh, actually, no. To be fair, I will put a Brighton player in there, even though Mitchell has played brilliantly. I will put a Brighton player. I'll put Kadioglu there because I think he's actually quite good.
He came from
Turkey. Fenerbahce. I want to say Fenerbahce, but I'm not sure.
Kadioglu.
Because to be fair, I mean, I'm envisioning one more Brighton player in here.
I'm envisioning one more as well. Chairman,
possibly 2.
Right wing back.
That's easy, isn't it? It has to be Munoz, isn't it?
Yeah.
Is there anyone? It's hard to think of anyone that's actually better in the league than Munoz at the moment.
What about Tarek Lamptey?
Oh, bloody rubbish! Isn't he? If it's
Actually,
4 foot tall as well.
I think he left actually as well. To be fair, but...
He left for better things.
Yeah.
Midfield 2. Dan, I'll give you the easy one because I'll say it because you don't want to. I'll put Belieber in there.
That's exactly that's what I would have done, to be honest.
And then I'm guessing the next one's going to be Wharton, right?
Yeah,
has to be.
I mean, if this was a real team, I've got to be honest, I
very
don't really know how that midfield will work, but we move.
Yeah, because this guy's just a destroyer. This guy's like a deep line playmaker. You got no one going forwards, really, do you?
Yeah, you would need to change it about.
Ideally, you'd need a Kamada or you'd need like an Ayari or something like that.
Yeah.
But Dan, we'll go with you. We'll go left wing or left attacking mid.
I mean, this is the only place that I would possibly envisage, and not like the only argument I think for the rest of the 11, in my opinion. Maybe I think you can make an argument for Matoma there.
What, over Pino?
Yeah,
you're probably right. Actually, if any position, I mean, to be fair, Welbeck's probably their best striking option. He ain't getting in this team, is he?
No. I'll tell you what. I'll try and be not biased, so I will put Matoma in there. I think if this was maybe the reverse fixture later on in the season, that could change. But I think it's also fair to say Matoma Pino's not had the, he's been great, but been bad at some stuff.
Yeah.
And obviously, if Eze was still here, obviously he'd be.
Yeah.
There'll be no questions asked.
There'd be no questions.
Chairman, we'll go right attacking mid.
Well, I mean, I am going to be biased here because he's got 8 goals in all comps this year, and he's been standout player in most games he played. So, has to be Schmeiler, doesn't it?
Completely agree. I mean, I think I think who plays there for them? I think it's Minter, isn't it? And like Minter's been good, but not. He hasn't had the output that Sarr has. He's
had a massive impact on a few games this year, isn't he? On his own, Sarr.
Exactly.
And then, obviously, Big Baldy up top.
Like, I do think Welbeck is in good form, but I think you can't really argue against. I don't think you can argue against Mateta, can you?
No, not really. I think Welbeck has got 6 goals so far this year, and he's playing really well. But I would say Mateta's been playing well. He's not been scoring as much as he should be, but he's still got more goals than Welbeck, and I think that says volumes to me.
I think his hold-up play is really good as well, JP, this year. I know he missed a penalty against Alkmaar, but I thought his hold-up play was excellent. Especially the ball through to Sarr for the 3rd goal as well, wasn't it? That was fantastic for a big man, yeah.
Yeah, because his link-up play is really good. And even sometimes when he uses his brain, he's actually really good at, like, wasting time and drawing fouls. Like, I think, was it the Alkmaar game again, where he was just sort of running towards his own goal, ran towards a corner flag and won a foul, and you're thinking... I don't think I see Welbeck doing that.
No.
He'll probably get injured. But we have actually got 4 Brighton players in here. Because of that, if people are thinking that maybe Pino hasn't done enough to maybe deserve his spot in there yet, and Matoma's been all right for a few years in the Premier League, I'm going to change Van Heck to Richards. They're not getting any more than the minimum.
Really, if we are talking about form, Belabor has been rubbish this year.
Yes, yeah.
So I think you could have also argued Kamada. No, Kamada instead of Belabor and Oyari. Because Kamada's been excellent. But anyway.
Mm-hmm. Anyway, you can't diss Mr. USA himself. Honestly, that's probably the worst chant we've got, and also probably one of the best.
Exactly.
It's so stupid, but it's funny. It is funny. Cool. That is the combined 11. Dan, would you mind taking us through some commentinios, please?
Of course. Big up, Damo. Hope you are all good, mate. Oh, I think we've already done some of these, to be fair. Big up, Pat. Human pencil. So HB2. Big up, Verts lead. Arsenal and Sunderland drew. We can go second tomorrow. Yeah, the Premier League table is actually a bit mad because, like, there's 3 points between...
Oh, wait. Sunderland got a goal back to draw.
Yeah,
at
they
the
scored.
end.
They scored it at the end. Yeah.
Oh, what was
Oh,
the
wow.
score? 1-1.
2-2.
2-2.
2-2.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
didn't know
yeah.
that.
Yeah, there's 3 points between City in second and us in ninth. Even madder, right? This table's crazy. There's 6 points, right, between... Obviously, only half the teams have played at the moment, so it's a bit skewy. But there's only 6 points between second and 13th. Like, that's just crazy, isn't it?
So if we win tomorrow, there's a potential to go up that high in the table.
Yeah. But equally, if they win tomorrow, and they can't really go as high as fourth, but like they could potentially go as high as fifth. Potentially. So it is a bit of a high stakes game, to be fair, because we're currently ninth and they're currently 10th. 3 points would potentially take us to second, probably not. And 3 points for them would take them up to possibly fifth. So it is a high stakes game, really, despite what I was saying earlier. We won 2. Big up, Pat, saying big up to the chairman. And he's asking one question. Have you ever seen Brighton win the cup?
Have you before 9 o'clock?
And virtually saying better fans, more trophies, better team, better mentality. It's embarrassing calling them rivals, but they're our dogs. I just can imagine you got the meme of Franklin from GTA 5 with with his dog on a leash, being Brighton.
Chop.
Yeah, Chop. That's it. Big up, Earth. JC, he's saying that your haircut looks very cool and ready for tomorrow's game.
Thank you. HB2 to the rescue.
Hey, I hope the game doesn't end in a draw.
Oh,
Oh,
Jesus. I think it's about your joke on Saturday, wasn't it? About
no.
Dublin, wasn't it?
Oh,
yeah, I
dear.
can't tell if that's worse than your Dublin joke.
Yeah.
No, your Dublin joke's worse.
Right, whilst I'm here, everyone.
Yeah.
Did you know? Well, it's better when you're not being told that it's going to happen.
Yeah.
Because you go, what is the fastest growing city in Europe? And like people are like, oh, I don't know. It's Dublin because it keeps doubling and doubling and doubling.
Got the same reaction as been.
Oh dear.
Kill yourself.
Big up Durfez. Ozo got injured. Yeah, he came off injured. I don't know how serious it was. I don't know if anyone knows. Over the years, Webster's been their best centre back. Does he even still play for them anymore? Did
He's
he leave?
injured.
Is he injured? Is he? Big up, dog. It's okay. Don't worry about being late. Want to see exciting players instead of Devaney. Get him out. The 10. Pino should have that position on lock like he does. Yeah, I mean, I think that's been one of the criticisms of Glasner. I know it's picky and unfair for Romain and Uche, but who am I to criticise Glasner for the small issue of mine? I mean, to be fair, I think you can make the argument of should maybe some players have got more minutes, perhaps. Personally, I think he chooses Devaney because I think he's quite good at possession, and I think Glasner really holds that quite important.
He plays the system well, doesn't he?
Yeah, exactly. And I think, technically, is he good enough to be a 10? No. Personally, I think he's more of like the commander kind of role where he's like a slightly more advanced 8. Yeah. So in a way, I do agree, to be honest. If we win, Nate to the truffle shuffle in the match review, where he's gone now. So
he's doing it now.
He's truffle shuffled off.
I don't need any Christmas crackers this year with jokes like that, do I?
Unbelievable. I agree. Doesn't give Uche and SA fair chances, making the others fatigued. I think that is a fair point. The question is, are they good enough?
Did Glasner want him?
Debatably, I think he probably did. But I think that the way clubs work is that the manager will kind of say, "I want this kind of player," and then the scouting team will go out and find whoever they think is the best suit. At the end of the day, I think the thing is SA we weren't going to get until summer this year. So if you think about it, we got him early. Probably should have loaned him back out to Mill, to be honest. So really, the original plan was to actually only get him like 3 months ago. So is he ready? Possibly not. Uche, I think he just he showed a bit of petulance in
Everton.
In the Everton
he
game.
punched that guy in the stomach, didn't he?
And I think
Got away with it.
Glasser doesn't like that. I have noticed he does come on slightly earlier now than maybe he did at the beginning. And he does seem to kind of fit he's quite versatile. Obviously, Glasser played him up front when he came on against RZ. He's also played in the 10. So he is quite versatile. So I'd expect to see more of him as time goes on. But I do agree about the fatigue. But then at the same time, we also just don't have a very big squad. Honestly, Chadi Riyad and Sheikh Doucouré coming back, in my opinion, if they come back well, that's very, very, very important for us. Don't get the Devaney dislike. He's solid backup for a wide range of midfield. That's the other thing as well. He is very versatile too. Obviously, even play left wing back, can play 10, can play 8, can play in the, in the 4 or whatever you want to call it.
I mean, to be fair, Dan, Glasner's is only bringing him on when we're leading and we're looking tired the last 10 minutes now, isn't it?
Yeah, no, absolutely.
It's not actually bringing him on to change the tactics. It's just really someone that runs around a lot and hassles opposition the last 10 minutes. That's pretty much it, isn't it?
Yeah, like you said,
Yeah,
out of possession, he's really good.
Yeah,
so
he
if
is,
you're
yeah.
trying to defend the lead, then surely
Makes sense.
you need someone that will do the pressing for you.
Absolutely.
Yeah, 100%. My nemesis, Joao Pedo, is not playing tomorrow because he's not there anymore. I nearly put him in my FPL though again.
Nearly.
Nearly. No, because my tactic for FPL this week was basically put in a couple Chelsea players because Wolves are absolute crap. So that's basically been my tactic for this week. If Pino's in form, we will cook Brighton. I hope so. I think one thing that is unfortunate for Pino is that I think he's very, very good off the ball when we're in possession. And obviously, that's maybe something that you don't really notice so much. I think he's a very intelligent player. And even if the execution doesn't always come off, he's got the right idea. And if they come off tomorrow, brilliant.
I mean, that's completely, in my opinion, that's completely right because whenever he tries to do something, it's always the right idea. It's just the execution is normally awful. Like I think there was one time where he dropped deep and he tried to flick the ball like to his outside, and the ball rolled past a centre back that followed him in, which was great. Only issue is Mateta made the run over there, and he passed the ball over here without looking. And you're thinking, I mean, it's a good idea, but he's not on the same wavelength as you. Mm-hmm. But then saying that again, the pass for Sarr to get the penalty was outstanding.
Yeah,
like perfectly weighted, perfectly timed. But then you've got other things where he just does a switch and boots it straight out of play. Like,
yeah, definitely.
He's improving though. To be fair, from when he started the season to what he is now, undoubtedly he's improving. You can see that.
I mean, also if you want to be really if you want to take it like that one step further, we bought Eze at 22 as well, which I'm sure Pino's 22. I saw his birthday was like last week, wasn't it?
Yeah, he turned 23 like literally about 8
so
days
we
ago,
bought him at 22, the same age we bought Eze for. And I think if you talk about it like this, I think that right now Pino's better than Eze was when we first got him.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And I think people do forget because like you look at Pino and you kind of like, if you didn't really know who he was, you'd probably say he's like 25, 26 or something. But like, to be honest with you, I do think because he got a terrible injury when he was like 18, I think.
His ACL, wasn't it?
Was it? Yeah, it was like it was. I think ACL. And I think you can make the argument of I think before he done that, he was like on like Barcelona, Real Madrid's radar. Like he was like, one of the next kind
Big
of
things.
up and come. And I actually watched a, like on FM when people do like 100 years into the future, Jeremy Pino actually won a Ballon d'Or on one of those FM simulation videos.
Nice.
Big
We
up to him.
should have put France's Ballon d'Or clause on him instead.
Well, he was very well. To be fair, France was like a wonder kid on.
How
FM
is he doing in
25 apparently.
Brazil? Because I haven't seen him play much.
I don't think he has played very much, no. But their season ends like in the next
week.
couple months. Like honestly, I found it a bit of a bizarre transfer because their season literally ends in a couple months, and then they play the state championship. So maybe he'll get a lot more game time in the state championships, perhaps. I don't know. I haven't really been paying attention because he plays for a really terrible team. So I've tried to ignore the fact he's gone there. Big up, Tim. We need to batter the seaweed tomorrow. Is that a reference to them being by the seaside, battered fish and chips, or?
Oh Jesus!
It's getting worse.
Well, to be fair, the Pat. I don't know why I said the Pat. Pat is that's quite funny. The goat looks like Wharton. You think I read that comment and I looked up, I was like, yeah, fair
Like,
play.
you know how I know it is kind of true? Because if I do this, you can see the hair's a little bit see-through. Because I know Wharton's hair is boneless. Like you can just see straight through it, even though he's got more on top. My guy's got a boneless buzz.
Bonus buzz. Uche didn't get called up. That's a shame for him, but maybe that's just a bit more impetus for him.
Dan. I got it.
What? Go on.
Glasgow's playing 5D chess.
Oh, so he's available.
No. He's not playing him, so he doesn't get picked for Nigeria. So when they all go and play AFCON, he's going to play all the time. I got it. I've solved the system. We also have to remember that we're losing Will Hughes as well. He's going to get. He got called up for Nigeria.
Really? I thought he was from Zambia.
No, he's not Nigerian. He's Nigerian. Ask Matt. He knows.
Tim says Van Hecke is a pagan, JC.
Oh, I like it.
We need to get a soundboard of Tim just going, pagan.
I know.
Dog is saying he's never been so certain for JP to score. He loves his fixture. I would bank on it. I wonder what the odds are. I don't know what the odds are.
Didn't he score his first goal?
Yes, it was a back kill.
It was, wasn't it?
That was a great goal. Very nice goal.
Yeah. Don't you remember we were jumping around the living room like pansies for that goal? And even more when Benteke scored the winner.
Oh, that was crazy, wasn't it?
Mm.
You know what the funny... Was that the same game? The Benteke one. The Benteke one.
Oh,
so,
yeah.
Do you know?
That was?
Do you know what made it so much better as well? The fact that we were absolute crap. We were so bad that game. Like
We should have lost.
we were so
We
bad.
should have lost about 7-0, and then we go and do that.
That was. Oh.
And I'm sure it was the last second of the game as well.
Yeah, it was. It was literally like I think they went to the kickoff, kicked it off, and then the ref blew the whistle.
That was a season, wasn't it, during COVID, where home and away they had something like 50 shots on goal. We had 3 and managed to win 2-1 and drew 1-1, didn't we?
I know. I just seem to remember the commentary. It was something like, the time's ticking down now. Palace go forwards. They can't, can they? Townsend, Benteke. It was something like that.
Honestly, if fans were in that stadium, I reckon that would have rivaled the playoff semi-final wins. I reckon that would have rivaled it. To be honest,
take. I reckon Brighton's away end's probably one of the best in the whole league. It's just one block of people, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. I think. Were they talking about moving it? I think
they were because it's too good of an away end.
Yeah. No, it turns out you just crap, lads. Nervous before the game. It's Tim's favourite game. And am I the only person who remembers life before? Oh, big up, Mary. Who remembers life before the Brighton rivalry created by Venables Mullery when our derbies were with our Southeast London rivals?
That's a Chairman question.
As I say, Chairman, do you remember pre?
To be fair, that it probably wasn't Millwall Charlton because they were quite low down in the leagues. We was up in the early 70s in the top division, Yeah, the Brighton rivalry hadn't started then. But do you know something? Just quick stat here. If when you go back through like the Palace's stat book, over the 100 years, and you look in the 60s and the 70s, and look for all the, when there's a big game on because the crowd's huge, isn't it? But it just seemed to be, if you look at all the big games we had, like in the 60s, it's always seems to be against Peterborough. You'd have 8,000 or 9,000, and then Peterborough home and away be 30,000+ in Division 3. And you think, well, why is that, I wonder? But, I think them days, Mill was in, where we were in the third, Mill was in the fourth, and I think Charlton were in the first. So we did, and I don't think how Brighton would, be honest here. But looking at, I do remember that it was the FA Cup, wasn't it, where we drew at home, we drew away, and then we won 1-0 at Stamford Bridge, I think it was. And that's how the story is, that he was walking down a tunnel, and he threw some money on the floor, like some pennies or something on the floor, and said to the Palace fans, "You ain't even worth that." And somebody threw a cup of coffee over him. And that's how it started, supposedly.
That's fair. And I think Tim raises a good point, because obviously Charlton and Mill are in the playoffs at the moment. If one of them was to go up, which just purely for like the home and away fixture, which one would you prefer? I mean, yeah, what would you guys prefer?
What do you mean by prefer? In what way?
So, as in purely for the rivalry,
that's
the
easy.
home and away fixture.
Yeah, that's easy.
Yeah, I mean, I think
it's Millwall.
Millwall. I mean, I did Millwall in the cup when we played them in the FA Cup, and
we were there as well. Yeah,
and so maybe would I say Charlton just because I've been to Millwall more recently? I don't know, but then saying that, I feel like a Premier League game at Millwall would be a lot of fun.
It'd be interesting.
However, the Premier League would hate it because every single club has got to do up their security big time every game.
What for some mouthy teenagers shouting behind?
For all the teenagers waving at people.
But the thing with Millwall and Charlton is that when you go to Millwall, as we've done it home and away the last probably 3 times the last couple of years, isn't it? It is always quite a good atmosphere. But for some reason, Charlton hate Palace, but Palace don't really hate Charlton. They don't really care. It's like, we want to hate you. They want to rival with us. But we don't want to rival with them.
I always got the impression that the Charlton one was a bit more of a recent thing. I mean, maybe I'm wrong there, but I don't know.
It might be like a Watford thing where they try and force a rivalry with anyone that will listen to them.
It's only because of the ground share. Because basically what happens back in the 80s when they closed the Valley down, they ground shared with us. And Ron Knows, the Palace chairman at the time, basically robbed them blind so they could share with us. But that's business. That's not to do with the fans at all. And of course, Charlton fans tell me that's why they hate us, because we basically didn't give them a free home. Well, why should we, really?
Well, off the back of that, what would you say about? Actually, before I go with Tim's comment here, what about? I always heard that there was beef with like QPR back in the day.
I wouldn't say there was beef in QPR. What I would say was, I think it was 80. It was the FA Cup quarter-final. It was in the mid-80s. We got drawn away to QPR. It was 0-0 on a plastic pitch. And I think in the last couple of minutes, somebody in the chat will remember this. Clive Allen scored. They beat us 1-0. Clive Allen scored with about 5 minutes to go. He had played for Palace. We'd sold him to QPR. He then turned round and run 90 yards back to the Palace end to celebrate, to have about 500 Palace fans climb over the fence and chase him back down the other end of the field again. And this was in the FA Cup quarter-final, mid-8. I can't remember the year it was. But I wouldn't say it was a beef with QPR, but it definitely was a beef with Clive Allen.
Oh, fair enough. And what about Wimbledon, since we ground share with them? I never really heard any.
No, I mean, to be fair, we've never had a beef with Wimbledon. I remember one game we went to Palace, Selhurst Park, and they beat us 5-0. We were the home team. But even then, they still never had a beef with us. They were a good team back, to be fair, when they got to the top division. They really were. It's a good player. That's when they won the FA Cup as well, wasn't it?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It was 88, wasn't it? They played Liverpool in the final.
That's right, yeah.
Cool. Right. Thanks for the comments, guys. There's a lot more, but we'll be here all day otherwise.
I mean, there is one that I think that you guys would like, which I saw was quite funny. UK Pat said, "I'm Fogden playing 4D chess." I don't look like Fogden. Let's do some score predictions. So normally in Tactical, you know, the person that hosts, they normally throw themselves under the bus. This is not Tactical though. So Dan, what is your score prediction?
Well, what did I put in the Discord? I think I put 2-2.
Actually, that's a good question. I can't remember what I put in the Discord.
I'm pretty sure I put 2-2, and I will stick with that.
Oh, I know what I put. I stick by that 100%. Chairman, so Dan said 2-2.
Do you know something? We've been saying that obviously. Do you know? I think it's gonna be more high scoring this. You know, I'm gonna go 3-2 Palace. I think it's gonna be close, and I think it's gonna be quite high scoring because I know we've got such a great defense, but we never seem to keep a clean sheet, do we?
No.
Mhm.
So. Yeah, I'm going to go 3-2, 3-1. Yeah, I'm going to go 3-2 Palace.
I'm going to go off the same tune that I was in for the Brentford game to say that there's going to be a game where people are going to think it's close. We're going to batter someone. So I said 4-1 Palace.
Oof. Bloody hell. Have Brighton conceded 4 goals this year to anybody?
The only thing I will say about Brighton, which we haven't touched on the thing, and I feel that this is relevant now, and I've noticed their fans talking about it. This is how I noticed it. Their home form is actually very good. Their away form is terrible.
I know it is, yeah.
So that could very well. I mean, could it be on the cards? I don't know.
Let's have a look. So, beat Leeds at home, lost to Arsenal away, lost to United away, beat Newcastle at home, drew with Wolves away, lost to Chelsea away, lost to Bournemouth away, drew at Tottenham home, beat City at home, lost to Everton away, and then that's
Crazy,
the start of
isn't
the season.
So they've got 1 point away from home
out
this
of
season.
out of all of their away games so far this year, they have 0. They beat Oxford in the cup.
Oh, Jesus.
Well done, Brighton.
Yeah, well done,
done.
Okay, so
I mean, so just to quickly answer Mary's question, you're right. I mean, to be fair, the Valley back in before they went in disrepair, that I think they had a stand. They had one terrace down the side. It must have held about 40,000 people. It was huge. It was a huge concrete bowl. You know, they've had crowds of 75,000 now. I think the biggest crowd was about 8,000 for the Who. I think it was at the Valley.
That might change things, Dan. You know how people like to break their hoodoos against us? They haven't got a single point apart from Wolves away from home.
Right.
They've only got 1 point against Wolves away from home this year.
I'm going to counter that with under Glasner. Are we that team anymore?
Nah.
Yeah,
Under Roy, definitely. Under Vieira, definitely.
He got sacked from Genoa the other day, didn't he?
Yep.
Yeah, he did. Yeah. Under Glasner, I just don't think we're that team anymore.
Nah, we're not. And we have got great. We don't. I know we say it, but we really have got a fabulous defence as well.
Mm-hmm.
Can't knock it. I mean, we've got pace, we've got power, we've got 2 good fullbacks as well,
Mm-hmm.
and got a great goalkeeper as well.
Yeah, I'm sticking 4-1. Durford says 2-1 Palace.
I tell you, mate, that is bold. That is bold. That is so bold.
Did you put that in your prediction?
Yes.
Oh my God.
I mean, I predicted Tottenham United 2-2, so I'm doing all right this week.
You are, yeah.
Fair enough.
Also, I've got the game on, and Liam Delap is stinking the place out up front for Chelsea right now.
What is the score?
I'm surprised you're
0-0.
injured.
I'm surprised he didn't get himself sent off yet. The dog says 3-1. He might want to change his app though. The Ebiue lover. He got done for substances. That's why he doesn't play for Blackpool anymore.
Anyone here?
Jesus.
Anyway, guys, is there anything else we want to talk about before we round this out today?
I've got one quick thing to say. Obviously, who wasn't there? You've gone out for your walk. We was Jan Jordan's flat today. I get this right. The locksmith came round. He's a Sheffield United fan. and he said, oh, you know, congratulations on the FA Cup, blah 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 blah. He said, I had a feeling Palace would win the FA Cup last year. I said, really? I said, yeah, I put a bet on it. I said, when did you do that? He said, before the competition started, he put £100 at 33-1 for Palace to win the FA Cup. He got back just short of £4,000.
Wow, he probably celebrated more than we did.
He done the same thing for Villa this year. He told me. He thinks
For
Villa?
Villa?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know about that.
No, I don't know.
Have you seen how they've turned on Evan Gessand?
Yeah, massively.
And you know what the funniest part about that whole thing is Rich did an emergency meeting stream because they signed him and we didn't. Mary says 2-1. Tim likes my prediction and he's gone with 3-0. Go kill him tomorrow.
I mean, it's amazing that some of the players we go for heavily then don't get. They go to somebody else and they don't do very well, do they?
Yeah. I mean, I wonder whether it's a case of like they just play in a system that doesn't make sense, or maybe we were never. Actually, no, we were in for him, weren't we? So
yeah, we put a bid in of like £4 million when they wanted 20.
Yeah,
that shows you weren't that serious, isn't
but
it?
then again, though, there are other ones of like. I remember that one year when we were really interested in Adam Armstrong. And he ended up going to Southampton, and he's still there, and he's still crap. But then like Ismail Assar, Dougie's wanted him for like 6 years before we ended up getting him, and now look. So, you know, Dougie's probably a bigger miss than half of the players that we've lost. So
yeah, 100%.
And Glass will be the biggest miss overall. Anyway, guys, thank you very, very much for watching. This was the Brighton match preview. Fan cams will be out tomorrow after the game. That's about it.
Yeah,
Dan, are you there?
Yeah, I'm there tomorrow.
If anyone is in the chat and is going to the game, come round to the fan zone afterwards. It'd be great to meet people.
Yeah, come say hello.
Yeah,
100%.
absolutely, yeah.
Guys, up the Palace.
Eagles.